Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm exploring resilience, and today I've been guided to come on and do a video about the overall energies of the Twin Flame Collective. But first I just wanted to thank all of my new subscribers, and also thank everyone who's been watching these videos. Initially I was guided to start this YouTube channel before I felt ready. I just got an urge and a push to just jump in, and so I felt quite in over my head, especially because with my readings, I'm not fully trained in reading tarot. I use the tarot cards as a way, like as a tool for my channeling, and so I felt a bit I felt like I needed to really understand the cards, their definitive meanings, before I could even start channels like this. But I've been getting a lot of messages from you guys letting me know that it has been helping you. You've been resonating with it. It's been bringing clarity. And I guess I'm just starting to see why I was guided to start doing this before I thought I was ready. And so yeah, it means a lot to me that you guys are getting something out of this. I'm also quite shocked at the people who've been subscribing and sending me messages, because most of my videos are blank screens, and I thought that as well would kind of get in the way of people receiving these messages. But I have a new camera now. I'm holding it by hand until I get something for it to keep it steady. So I just, I wanted to use it anyway, and feel free to leave a comment about whether or not you would prefer a blank screen reading or a shaky reading, until I get something sorted out for this camera. So, yeah, back to the reading. Last night I had quite a vivid dream, and at first I thought that the dream was for myself, but as the dream started to unfold, I realised it was a lot bigger than myself. Basically, I it started off as myself, and I was being shown that I am going through sort of another stage of my awakening, and that things might seem dark. It might feel like a bit of a dark night of the soul, or a mini tower moment, but it's actually the next stage of this twin flame journey, as well as the spiritual awakening journey. And then as I looked around me, I noticed a bunch of other feminine energies all doing the same. It was like we were all lined up, and we had this being of light almost coaching us and just preparing us, and letting us know it's okay despite what it looks like on the surface. And so I wanted to pull some cards today and just get some real clarification on what I was receiving through dreams. So these are just the overall energies. I haven't gone into, the mind, heart, and 3D space. And this side is the divine feminine, and this side is the divine masculine. And so what I got for clarification regarding my dream was the Prince of Discs. And what I'm getting with this card is that a lot of the divine feminine have been working really hard to ground in to their 3D reality, both their twin flame connection, but also everything that they've been learning on this journey. So a lot of us have had, when we have this connection come up in our lives, when we realize that we're a twin flame, even if we were already on the spiritual awakening path, it kind of it sets it into overdrive in a way. It sheds light onto things that we may have been avoiding or not seeing, and we really have to work hard on kind of comprehending the two sides of our journeys, and really figuring out what it means for us in our lives. And so that's what the Divine Feminine have been doing, and they've been working really hard on gaining that understanding. They've been working hard on understanding what it is they need to do and learn with regards to their connection with their Divine Masculine, but also really grounding in their ability to connect to the divine universe, to source, to their higher selves, spirit guides, whatever you've been drawn to learn through. And as a result, they've had a lot of wishes fulfilled through this. They've manifested things that have really benefited them, even if it is just more clarity on why things have happened the way they have, or they've brought in other people. I think a lot of the Divine Feminines are meeting their soul groups, and also seeing the links with their friends and family and other relationships on how it's not a coincidence. We know the people we know, and we go through the things we go through for a reason, and so it's more than just a twin flame thing. It's more than just a spiritual awakening thing. And so a lot of Divine Feminines are getting wishes fulfilled that they didn't even know that they had. They didn't know they were wishing for certain things, and then they've looked around and gone, oh my God, it's all around me. But they're also coming up with the Death card, and I think that this is a transformation of what they're initially wishing for, and also an understanding that what they were wishing for in the first place may not be what they really want, or may not be in their best interest. So some Divine Feminines are coming to the realization that having physical union with their Divine Masculine right now may not be the best thing for them, because they've still got some hard work to do. They've still got some learning to do. And yeah, so they've been grounding all of that, and just really integrating their new understanding of the divine universe, and also their own inner abilities. Like a lot of people have been coming into their clairvoyant, or clairsentient, claircognizant, all of the clairs. They've been coming into it, and grounding it and figuring it out. Sorry, but now they've also got the Hanged Man, and so all of this hard work, I'm sensing, it's kind of come to a halt. It's suspended a bit at the moment, and because of that, they're experiencing a lot of internal conflict, because they were like, well, I was on a roll, I was figuring things out, and I was letting things go, and I was manifesting new things in, and what's going on? Why am I not feeling connected to source? Why am I not feeling connected to my twin flame? And it's kind of freaking them out that things have stopped. But if we keep in a state of constantly getting downloads or guidance from the universe, and not grounding it in, not doing the hard work to bringing it in to a 3D point of understanding, we're never really going to progress, because we're just constantly getting new information and not doing our homework on it. So yeah, a lot of the Divine Feminine are just stuck in this freaking out that things have kind of slowed down, and freaking out that they can't see as well as maybe they have been recently, because a lot of the Divine Feminines have seen that the Divine Masculine is going through an awakening, and they've had a lot of intervention with their guidance team, their spiritual support team, I guess you could call it. And so they're not being in the moment as much, is what I'm getting. They're freaking out because there's no movement, what's wrong, I've done all this hard work, and as a result they're actually stopping cycles from ending. Because when we get these new understanding and comprehension and guidance and synchronicities and everything, if we don't allow it to really soak into to our being and experience it in the now, we're still holding on to the past, we're still looking backwards and not allowing us to have a smooth transition forward. And this card will still, the world will still turn upright, but we can delay it if we don't let go to the surrender that we need to be in right now as new things come up to the surface, and also just allowing us to not know what's happening right now, to not know what's coming forward in the future. And so there's also the Knight of Discs and the Priestess, and I think in this deck the Knight of Discs is actually the king. And so just, you know, once you can let go of all of this and really surrender to being in the now and getting a new perspective on what is happening for you at this moment, if you're feeling disconnected or if you're not seeing progress in the 3D, if you just let go, I think that you'll find that you'll get an influx of your own inner abilities, your inner knowing and intuition, and with that will bring a new way of thinking about things once again. I know that we're always continuously going through this, but there is something that we're not seeing clearly right now because we are in this internal conflict and not just allowing the world to turn. And then so over here we have the Eight of Cups, the Death card again, the Knight of Wands, and the Three of Cups. And so I feel like once we've given in to being in the moment and allowing our intuition to move forward again and give us more clarity, we will begin to really see another side of what we've walked away from, because a lot of the Divine Feminines have walked away from either trying to force or stay in a state of union with their twin. They've walked away from things that don't serve them anymore, and it's transformed the way that they view their connection with their twin. And as they keep doing that, they'll see more and more of why, what it is that they were mirroring or bringing up to the surface to be healed and let go of. And then that will also provide them with the confidence and the passion and the enthusiasm to just keep going forward, even if they don't know what's going on or what's about to happen, and just really celebrate and appreciate the experience that they've had up until this point. And it will also bring in a lot of truths and clarity on why we've been experiencing certain heartbreaks and just really raw pain. It will allow us to see that everything that we've manifested, because, you know, we manifest in the good and we manifest in the bad, even though we may not manifest the tragic or traumatic experiences we have. Like, we obviously wouldn't want to manifest the way that it unfolded in our 3Ds, but in our 3D lives, but we did manifest the lessons that we got because of them. We manifested also the tools that we learnt that we can survive, you know, like we learnt that we're stronger than we are, and where exactly our strengths are. We learnt that we have tremendous self-healing and self-regeneration abilities, and that we can go through these horrible things. And so once we surrender, I think we'll find that we can really celebrate these moments that we've been through in our lives. And I also pulled an advice card, which is Dream Big, and it says, let go of small thoughts about yourself, see yourself succeeding. So even in this state of limbo or pause or suspense, still see yourself succeeding, because things are still occurring in the background. And I'm going to start moving a little bit faster because I can see I'm running out of time on this camera storage. But so for the Divine Masculine, they have the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Wands. And so I think a lot of the Divine Masculines have experienced a lot of really painful endings, you know, maybe jobs or homes, or it could even be the karmic relationships or friendships, and they've felt really burdened by this. I feel a sense that they've actually been kind of wallowing in it and holding on to these burdens instead of letting them go, which has given them a sense of defeat. They've felt guilt and sorrow and shame and anger and just all sorts of sort of lower vibrational energies, which has given way to conflict. But with this card, this dragon has lit the discs or the pentacles on fire, and so I feel like they're really burning through everything that is lingering in their lives that they don't need to hold on to anymore. And this is allowing them to really rebuild in a powerful way the life that they want. They're beginning to start again. They can get rid of the ashes of the leftover turmoil and conflict and really celebrate the changes that have been happening. You know, the Divine Feminine got this too, and just really see that this has all been for their highest good, everything that they've been through, and they can actually let go of burdens and move forward from the horrible, hard, difficult endings. And as a result, they're actually really starting to be able to see the fruits of their labor. They're seeing that despite all of this intense, heavy energies, things are starting to grow out of it. Things are starting to look up for the Divine Masculine, and you know, we've got the Sun card here, so it's really shining a light and illuminating everything that they've been going through, and they're feeling, I feel like they're feeling really connected to the journey that they're on, even if they don't understand specifically what the journey is. But with this Sun card, I am getting that a lot of them are having massive realizations that this all has something to do with their Divine Feminine, or just some sort of spiritual awakening. They're really embracing it, is what I'm getting. They're embracing the endings, and they're embracing the destruction that they perceive to be in their kind of like recent history. And so they've also got the Prince of Cups, and with this I'm getting that it's allowing them to move forward with loving themselves, and also coming forward with loving communication. They've still got a lot to sort through, so I don't think this is coming up soon, or, you know, like it's not coming up tomorrow or anything like that, because they still need a period of rest while they comprehend all of this. And I've got like 24 seconds left on this, so I will get this going, and then I'll probably have to do a separate video just finishing it off. But yeah, so it's not coming in straight away. They're resting and comprehending, and they're integrating everything they've already learnt.